Welcome back to the final part of this evening's programme. Now, out now is a new mockumentary featuring one man and his journey as a lookalike, albeit for the UK's lowest ranking agency, and it explores just how clients take on their doppelganger's persona. Well, not only does protagonist Johnny look like Ronnie O'Sullivan, he has similar ambitions, although it sets expectations slightly lower to miniature snooker. Well, right on cue, the director and star in the film gave us a glimpse behind the scenes.
Johnny's a nice lad. I wouldn't pay to see him as a Ronnie O'Sullivan lookalike. That would be a bit of a stretch.
I made a short film called SNOOKER Man, which was a mockumentary about a terrible Rodney Trotter impersonator trying to get into the musical Only Fools and Horses. And the actor's in real life, his mum mentioned to me that she thinks he looks more like Ronnie O'Sullivan. And then that kind of grew out of it. And then lockdown happened. And then I needed an excuse to be able to work with some of the actors I've worked previously with. And I just kind of threw a load of stuff at the wall. And it's quite a mishmash of lots of ideas. We feature a lot of the kind of previous short films and horror projects I worked on previously.
So, Chris, you got on board with this film then. Tell me about your character and the process of getting involved in this film.
Yeah, so I got involved in this film when I saw a casting notice that Sam put out, looking for actors who had vague resemblances to well-known celebrities. Now, every job I go on, someone at some point will say, has anyone said you look like Daniel Craig? And so because of that, I thought, well, I'll let him know, get in touch and see what he thinks. So Sam wrote back and said, absolutely. I've got a really good idea for how we can incorporate your vague Daniel Craig lookalike.
When you're channeling that Daniel Craig energy, it's like otherworldly.
Goal!
And bold.
It's hard enough to get actors who don't know how to play snooker to be able to play snooker on a full-size table. It's a lot easier to get actors who can't really play much pool or snooker to be able to play on a kid-sized table. And we could actually get away with that a lot better than on a full-size table.
But it definitely added to the narrative and the surrealism and the ridiculousness of the whole film, right?
It did, and also I thought, it'd be ridiculous if someone took this whole sport really seriously, made up sport. So the comedy is based on the fact that it's something ridiculous that people are taking really seriously.
And so, as jokey as it all seems, are there any deeper issues that this film touches on?
No. It's a sense of identity, family, I'd say about a bit of self-worth, challenging yourself.
And then, Chris, did you have fun making this film?
Oh, I had brilliant fun making this. We were in a church somewhere south of London, and I was doing ridiculous things and was basically naked for the iconic Daniel Craig torture scene. So it was just ridiculous, and working with Sam was a pleasure. He let me kind of go with the flow.
Obviously, there's an iconic scene in Casino Royale where James Bond is being tortured. And with Chris turned up, and there's a scene where he's required to be sort of implied nudity. So I brought him like a morph suit and all this kind of stuff to hide his dignity. Just running around the church on a Saturday afternoon, happy as Larry.
Sam, you're embarrassing me now. I've been telling my friends that the director made me do that.
No, I tried to stop him. He always get fully naked, so I had to stop him.
Welcome to the grand finals of the World Championships of Miniature Snooker.
It doesn't take itself very seriously. It's really funny. It's loads of pop culture references, loads of references to British comedy shows, lots of cult film references. People who are into, obviously there's a lot of references to internet culture as well, and iconic characters like James Bond, you've got Harry Hill, you've got the world's worst Toby Jones lookalike, you've got Anne Hathaway lookalike, we've got a K-pop music video with Rodney Trotter, and we've got the World Championships of Miniature Snooker.
There you go, that's called SNOOKER Man, and it is out now.